Good morning, Hazel and Dan. An absolutely horrific scene unfolding here along Park Avenue yesterday evening when this 911 call came in around 6:30. And still this morning, an active scene here. You can see police officers still outside this building, some of them inside the building as well, and a K-9 unit here looking for clues this morning to figure out and piece together what led up to this deadly mass shooting. And the video from yesterday shows just how scary and chaotic it was here along Park Avenue. Video shows terrified people running for their lives from the office building at 345 Park Avenue. We saw some people running with their hands in the air, some with their shoes in their hands, trying to escape as quickly as possible. According to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, surveillance footage shows the suspect, that's 27-year-old Shane Tamura from Las Vegas, get out of his black BMW, which was double parked outside the building, carrying a rifle before walking into the building and immediately shooting and killing that NYPD officer. He then shot and killed a woman who was taking cover behind a pillar and walked through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire. The NYPD says then, while heading to the elevator bank, Tamura shot and killed a security guard who was taking cover behind a desk. He then shot another man in the lobby. That man survived and is recovering in the hospital. We're told the suspect then called the elevator to the lobby, let a woman get off the elevator unharmed before heading to the 33rd floor, the offices of Rudin Management. There, he shot his gun while walking the floor, killing one person. He then walked down the hallway and shot himself. People locked down not just in this building, but buildings nearby. We spoke to one woman who finally escaped her lockdown Midtown East building around 8:30 last night.
We were following along on socials for a while until the fire marshal of my building, he got on the little PA and he said that there's an active shooter, we need to go under lockdown, you can't leave. And then once they told us they could leave, which was like half an hour ago, they didn't let me exit through that building, through that door.
Early Tuesday morning, police were still searching in and around the suspect's car for clues. We saw evidence markers around the BMW and the office building.
No words can describe this act of evil, a man who takes the life of others who are innocent. And no words can fill the void that has been left by this tragedy. Our hearts break for the families and friends of the victims. We pray for the swift and safe recovery of the injured.
The NYPD is sharing more about the officer who was killed. He was Officer Didarul Islam of the 47th Precinct. And back out here live, the big question this morning, of course, is why? Why did this happen here yesterday? Why did this gunman walk into this building and start shooting? There'll be plenty of evidence for police to sift through to try and figure that out. In fact, so far this morning, we've seen them come in and out of this building several times with big bags of evidence. But our Kirsten Cole is covering the potential motive here and the suspect's background. She has just learned crucial new evidence about a potential motive. Kirsten.
Yeah, good morning to you. Here outside the building that houses three big heavyweights. We know that Blackstone Financial, also Rudin Real Estate Management, one of the largest real estate companies in New York City, but also the NFL. And what we have just learned, confirmed by our own Dan Manarino from high-level City Hall officials, is that there was a 3-page suicide note found on the gunman's body, and in it he references the NFL and also the fact that he wants his brain studied for CTE, the trauma disease known to plague football players. And indeed, we know he ended his life by sparing his own brain and shooting himself in the chest.
The killer's black BMW double parked on busy Park Avenue when he pulled up at 6:30 yesterday evening, being towed away this morning, already yielding clues, including prescription medication he was prescribed, a rifle case and ammunition, and a loaded revolver not used in Monday's Midtown mass shooting.
Surveillance video shows a male exit a double parked black BMW on Park Avenue between 51st and 52nd Streets. Carrying an M4 rifle in his right hand, he walks towards the building's entrance. That individual was seen exiting the BMW alone.
Law enforcement have also secured 27-year-old Shane Tamura's Las Vegas home. He left on Saturday for a 3-day cross-country journey, driving first to Colorado, on to stops in Nebraska and Iowa, arriving in Columbia, New Jersey around 4:30 on Monday before coming to Midtown.
The vehicle he exited is registered in Nevada to Mr. Tamura. The vehicle was searched by our bomb squad and found to be clear of any explosives.
Police confirming he had a concealed carry permit issued in 2022, good for 5 years. And while mental illness can bar a person from obtaining that permit, the NYPD commissioner saying he has a documented mental health history. The investigation into this mass shooting continuing on two coasts. He spent part of his youth in Los Angeles and was a student at Granada High School, there where he played football.
And back out here live at 345 Park Avenue, police officers from the NYPD still guarding this front entrance. Behind them, the shattered glass where one of the first shots was fired off by the gunman as he entered that lobby with his M4 weapon drawn and ready to use. We know the NFL has told its workers today to stay home and have a work from home day. No word on whether other workers will be showing up to this tower, but now in Midtown, it's business as usual this morning. Workers going back to their towers. So many of them heard those gunshots yesterday as they began to ring out at 6:30 in the evening. We're live in Midtown. I'm Kirsten Cole, Pix 11 News. Now to Justin Finch at Weill Cornell, talking about the victims of this awful tragedy.
Kirsten, good morning. An awful tragedy indeed, and of course more details to come today, but we do know from the NFL that one of its employees was seriously injured, rushed to a hospital, and is now fighting for his life, as we also know that 4 other victims would not make it, including that NYPD officer who is being called a hero this morning. Mayor Eric Adams speaking now from overnight.
We lost 4 souls to another senseless act of gun violence, including a member of the New York City Police Department, Officer Islam. He served in the 47th Precinct. He was just 36 years old and a 3.5-year veteran of the department.
From the NYPD, this image of fallen officer Didarul Islam, killed Monday evening. Authorities say Officer Islam was working private security when gunman Shane Tamora fired shots inside the Park Avenue office tower, taking aim at Islam before shooting and killing him. Mayor Adams saluting Islam for giving his own life to save others. And early this morning, a somber send-off. Fellow NYPD officers standing vigil as Islam's body was carried from New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell Medical Center to the medical examiner's office. The mayor saying Islam was an immigrant from Bangladesh, just 36 years old. Police say Islam leaves behind a wife, 2 young boys, and was expecting a 3rd child. The shooting also now shaking the National Football League. The league has offices in that Midtown high-rise, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell confirming one of its employees was seriously injured and also condemning the shooting as an unspeakable act of violence. Goodell also thanking law enforcement for its response and the Officer Islam for his selfless sacrifice. Back live, Commissioner Goodell going on and saying that NFL employee was rushed to the hospital, was again seriously injured. The mayor updating that surviving victim's condition as now being in critical condition at this time. And we are now waiting this morning to learn the names of those other victims whose identities have yet to be released. Hazel and Dan, back inside to you.